So after ARP exposes that URL is reaching out to smaller media platforms to try and bribe them to stop covering RBE and promoting RBE, the URL compromised media and public relations cleanup is in full force. We got Tony Bro on Twitter acting like the URL is not even capable of something like this, bruh. We got Anwar all over Twitter acting like URL is not even capable of something like this, bruh. And NBS actually did an interview where he tried to speak out and let us know what was going on. But the interview was sabotaged, bruh, by someone else who simply wants to be a part of the URL inner circle, bruh. Proper context media. Let's talk about this. So sad, bruh. So sad, bruh. Compromised media, bro. Public relations cleanup, bro. The cleanup that happens every time URL gets called out for some BS. Very similar to the K-Shine situation. Y'all remember K-Shine came out, started exposing everything about the shady business of URL. Shortly after that, we got videos of Beasley trying to clean up the whole situation. Jack Boy Maine trying to clean up the whole situation and make K-Shine look some type of way. These are the types of things that we need to look out for, bruh. Compromised media, PR cleanup is in full force, bruh. In full force right now, bruh. Ever since ARP dropped a bomb, bro, on the battle rap community, letting us know that he found out that URL, specifically Beasley, reached out to a small media platform called NBS, Nothing But Sports Central. Ever since ARP dropped a bomb and let us know that URL tried to bribe a smaller media platform, bro, into not covering and promoting RBE. Ever since ARP dropped that bomb on the community, bro, there's been a lot of talk. There's been a lot of posts. There's been a lot of tweets. There's been a lot of conversation being had. And it seems as if though a lot of people have a hard time believing that something like this is even possible, bro. Some people acting like they can't even fathom the fact that something like this is possible, as if we don't already know that situations such as Hollow to Dawn having been paid to not battle on another league hasn't happened before. As if we don't know the types of situations and the types of things that URL already does. We got people like Tony Bro, posting things on Twitter like trolling. And I quote, "Hey Tone, here's $250 to not cover the latest insert league here event. Dash no one ever." Trying to make it seem as if though the URL is not capable, bro. And this is some kind of ridiculous joke that's going on, bro. This is the cleanup that's happening right now, bro. Ever since ARP put the, and it's not surprising. It's not surprising that this is what's happening. It's not as if though Beasley and the URL is going to admit that they bribed a smaller media platform into not covering RBE. It's not like that's ever going to be something that they admit. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of cleanup going on right now, bro. And this is very unfortunate. This is very, very unfortunate, bro. Because a lot of the people that are doing this cleanup, bro, are simply people that want to be in the URL's good graces, bro. That want to be in that inner circle. That want to be under that umbrella, bro. It's the same people, bro. Black compromised media, Anwar, the same people, bro, that always do the same thing. Now, NBS, Nothing But Sports Central, did an interview yesterday. They did an interview, bro. And I've actually had a couple of conversations with KO from NBS, bro. We've already talked about the situation a couple of times. We've talked about the story, what happened. He's told me everything that there is to tell me, bro. When I watched this interview yesterday on Proper Context Media, bro, I couldn't help but think, bro, that this context is not proper, bro. I feel as if though this individual that was interviewing NBS, Nothing But Sports Central yesterday, was just simply somebody who was trying to be on the URL's good graces, bro. This is quite possibly one of the worst interviews that I've ever seen in my entire life, bro. This wasn't even an interview. This was an interrogation that was done by proper context media. KO from NBS Central, while he was on this interview, right, was being interrogated. He was not being interviewed. He was not given a chance to speak his truth. He was not given a chance to tell his side. He was being berated and bombarded by this individual over at Proper Context Media, bro, who was simply looking for his 15 minutes of fame, bro. Who was simply looking for an opportunity, bro, to make this guy look like some type of liar, some type of clout chaser, some type of something, bro. This guy got hit with the old bait and switch, bro. KO from NBS Central yesterday on this interview got hit with the bait and switch, bro. Before they started this interview, he tried to make it seem as if though, oh yeah, he's going to let him tell his side. He's going to, it's going to be a good interview. Blah, blah, blah. As soon as they started this interview, bro, this man started to interrogate, bro, and try to make this guy from NBS Central look like some type of liar, bro. All because he wants to be in the URL's good graces, bro, because he's looking for his opportunity to shine, bro. Hold up, man. Hold up. So, first of all, bro, this interview, or this guy that was doing this interview with KO from NBS Central, removed any and all accountability from URL. So instead of this individual asking questions, right, regarding to the point or the situation of what happened, right? In this interview, this guy's asking NBS Central questions that try to make him look like he's some kind of gossip queen, some kind of clout chaser or something like that, which is interesting because if you look at NBS Central's page, or if you look at what they have going on, he has personally yet to speak on the situation. You would think that if somebody was trying to clout chase, they would be speaking on the situation. They would be uploading videos regarding or pertaining to the situation onto their channel. You would think that this person would be looking for a big platform to go to start to spew whatever story or whatever narratives he's trying to put out there. But if you pay attention and if you look, KO from NBS Central hasn't done any of that. Hasn't done any of that, which automatically tells me that this is not a clout chasing move that's being done at all by NBS Central, because if it were, he would be taking advantage of the situation and either uploading content regarding this controversy, going on to other bigger platforms. There's a lot of people that would like to interview this guy right now regarding the situation to try to get the truth, right? To see what's going on. But that's not what's going on. You know what I'm saying? There was a point in this interview where this interviewer guy from Proper Context Media was even telling KO things like, oh, he should just mind his business, or he should have just minded his business, or this, that, and the fifth, as it pertains to the, like, why was it that, he even said yes to ARP when ARP asked him if this was the case, if this was the situation. You know what I'm saying? As if to say that there's something wrong with being transparent and keeping it real. Like, as if to say that there's something wrong with being transparent and keeping it real. As if to say, like, if KO from NBS Central were to have lied to ARP and said, nah, then now that's lying to RBE. So basically what the interviewer was telling KO to do was that he should have lied to ARP over at RBE and said, nah, the URL didn't reach out to me, and things like that. Ultimately, again, painting this picture, bro, trying to paint this picture that whatever happened is NBS Central's fault. Like, whatever happened is their fault. And again, removing any and all accountability from the fact that URL was literally trying to bribe a smaller media platform into not covering RBE, bro, completely dismissing this point. So when I'm watching this interview, bro, and I'm like, I couldn't understand. I couldn't understand what was going on. And then on top of all this, if you guys speak to KO from NBS Central, you guys would know and you guys would understand, right, that KO is kind of soft-spoken. Go check out his content. Go check out his videos. Go check out NBS Central's YouTube page. This guy is kind of soft-spoken, bro. So when he's in an interview with this other guy who is not soft-spoken, who is actually outspoken and continues to overtalk, continues to cut off NBS Central, continues to do this, it looks a certain way because NBS is not the type of person who's going to sit there and raise his voice over you to make his point. You know what I'm saying? So again, the fact that NBS, the dude from NBS, is soft-spoken also made it look a kind of way because the interviewer was over-talking, not letting him get his ish off, bruh. Not letting him fully speak and fully get off what he needs to get off, bro. Not even letting him get off his truth or his side or nothing like that, bruh. And then the question was asked, right? Then the question was asked, why would URL reach out to a smaller platform, right? And this is a question that a few people are asking about the situation, right? Why would URL reach out to a small platform who doesn't really have a big following, right? And blase blah. Why would they, it doesn't make sense, right? To some people, they would ask that question. Why wouldn't they reach out to Angry Fan, right? Why wouldn't they reach out to the bigger platforms, the bigger bloggers to do this? Imagine if URL reaches out to, let's just say Angry Fan. Let's just use him as an example. And they were to say something crazy like, you know, I noticed you've been covering RBE a lot. You know what I'm saying? We'll pay you this much money if you cover us. You know what I'm saying? Blase blah. Imagine what would happen. There's only two things that could probably happen in that situation, right? You give Angry Fan what he asks for as far as how much money it's going to cost you to make him stop talking about other leagues. You either give the man what he asks for, which is going to be a lot more than what a smaller media platform would require. It's going to be a lot more. Or Angry Fan doesn't agree to do it, and he puts it out on Front Street, and he puts it on blast, and he exposes the fact that URL tried to bribe him to not cover. Do y'all think that either of those situations would be good for URL? Do y'all think that either of those situations would be good for a URL? Imagine Angry Fan out here exposing the fact that URL tried to bribe him to not cover other leagues, bro. You know how strong, you know how big Angry Fan's voice is in the community, bro? Everybody's gonna know about it, bro. Everybody's gonna know about this. The URL is not dumb, bro. They're not going to be sitting here reaching out to bigger These are people that have already been solidified and are already solidified in the culture, bro. They already do what they do. These people, these bloggers, these platforms are in too deep, bro. There is no reaching out to these guys and being like, no, they've already started doing it. It's only possible with the smaller up-and-coming platforms, bro. It's only possible with the smaller up-and-coming platforms, bro. Because there's a little risk. There's little risk. Look how much noise is being made right now because the URL tried to do that to a smaller platform. Imagine how much noise would be made if the URL tried that with a bigger platform. People want to ask the question, oh, why would it be a smaller platform that they reach out to? Bruh, imagine what would happen if they tried to do this with somebody like Angry Fan and Chris Unbiased, bro, and they put it out there, bruh. Y'all think this situation is making some noise? Imagine the noise that'll be made if it happened to one of those types of people, bruh. It would not be good, bro. That's why the URL wouldn't do that. The URL wouldn't reach out to one of the bigger because they're too strong. Their voices are too big, bro. But if they do it with smaller platforms like NBS Central and blah, 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 their voices are not big. They're not known. They're not big enough to stir up a bunch of controversy. This controversy is mainly being stirred up because of ARP's blog, not because NBS Central came out and started letting us know that this was the case. Y'all keep that in mind, again, for y'all that think that this is being done for clout chasing purposes. It wasn't NBS that put this out there, bruh. It was ARP. So again, the risk is a lot less for URL when it comes to this type of thing if it's a smaller media platform. Now, the reason it would be somebody like NBS, right? Because people still wouldn't wonder why this specific small platform. Well, NBS is a platform that actually goes to events. NBS is not a big platform yet, but they are very active, bruh. And I don't know if y'all know this, but NBS is a very active platform, bruh. They're constantly posting, they're constantly putting up flyers, putting up news, putting up that people like and people are responding to, bro. So people are gravitating more and more every day to these types of promo flyers, these pictures, these announcements that NBS is putting out there, bruh. And they're going to events. They're covering events. They're going and they're actively putting up bars that battle rappers are spitting up on Twitter. There's different people. Like if there's an event at a different state, apparently they'll have somebody that represents NBS in that state. They're at that event, reporting on the event. So it's not a matter of how big the platform is that's important to URL. That's not what it is. URL is seeing. They're seeing, bro. They're seeing what they're doing. They're seeing that there is a very big potential that this NBS Central becomes a respected platform because of how active they are. So URL's being smart and trying to nip that in the bud before it gets there. They're trying to cross that bridge before they get there. NBS Central is one of these platforms, bro, that's constantly putting up flyers, constantly putting up announcements, and they look very good. Very good quality, very good. URL sees this, bro. They see that in maybe another year or two, NBS is going to be one of these platforms that, like Let's Talk Battle Rap Podcast, like these other, that people look to. They see that. URL is smart, which is why, and they go to events, which is why URL would do that with a platform like that, bro. Which is why they would, because this is a platform, bro, that carries themselves more like a news outlet, as opposed to just like a blogger or something like that. They report like a news outlet. They're putting up announcements. They're putting up flyers. They're helping promote and move the ship a little bit, and that's only going to get bigger and bigger. That's only going to happen more and more. They're only going to become more and more respected. URL understands that, bro. That's exactly why it would have been NBS Central and somebody like that would have been reached out to for something like that. I'm pretty sure that the same thing happened or already has happened with other smaller media platforms, but they're just not going to come out and say it or say anything because they want to continue to go to events. They want to continue to go to URL events. They want to continue to have a relationship with URL. They want to continue to be able to do these things, bro. So they're not going to put it out there on Front Street. But I'm positive, bro, that this has happened with other media platforms, other smaller media platforms too, already. I can assure. So ultimately, bro, this interview that he did, bro, with Proper Context Media, I feel like wasn't it, bro. I don't know who that guy is that was interviewing NBS Central, bro, but it seemed like you just wanted to be a URL groupie it seems like he has no idea of what URL is capable of as it pertains to business, bro. This guy has no idea what URL is capable of or what they've done, to the point where he's playing some type of like lawyer for URL. Like he's simply fully defending URL and removing any and all accountability from URL as it pertains to the situation, bruh. Like, how do we do that instead of sticking to the point and getting to the bottom of the truth? How do we do that? That doesn't make sense to me, bruh. So I personally have planned for you guys an exclusive interview with KO from NBS Central, from Nothing But Sports Central. I've had a couple of conversations with him. I let him know that I want him to get his ish off. I want him to get his side off. I want him to let us know anything and everything from beginning to end from his side, bro. Without any judgment, without any criticism, without interrogating the man, just letting him get his truth off, bro. So y'all look out for that. Hopefully later today. Y'all look out for that, man. You already know what it is. It's your boy Dro coming at you live and direct from the battle.